Milwaukee Avenue Complete Streets project is intended to make Milwaukee safer for pedestrians, motorists, and bicyclists. Under consideration for the project is the elimination of one lane of traffic in each direction. How can this project best achieve its goal?
So with federal funding and state funding, as this project is, we have to follow a pre-described program of introduction of the concept, stepping through to a presentation of concepts, as was done just in the annex here, and then get feedback from the community on how to proceed with the project. These are things that, again, when federal dollars, when grant money that's going to be used for this is used, you have to follow certain steps. We don't have latitude in that. So we introduced the project, talked about what the goals are, which is to reduce speeds on a stretch of road that averages 70% of drivers are going 45 miles an hour or faster. How do we reduce those speeds to make pedestrian traffic safer, bike traffic safer, auto traffic safer? Working through that process, we heard from the community at the public meetings. What do we want to do? So they don't want to reduce the lanes. We'll be doing the project without the lane reductions, but we will get the pedestrian improvements. As alderman, I have to sometimes follow the standards that are set.
Thank you.
And that's what I've been doing, bringing the community into the
Michael.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily for reducing, lanes on Milwaukee Avenue there. This is something I honestly got to look into further. Because here's how I take it. I love to ride my bicycle. And I'm sure most of you, as you drive your cars, you notice all the bicycle traffic we have all over the city, not just in Ward. And I like to be safe when I ride my bike in the street. It's really a simple thing. So I welcome the idea of slowing down traffic, putting in bicycle lanes to protect me. Yeah, there's some self-interest. I don't want to end up on the street. I don't want your children to end up on the street, especially if you have teenagers or, as more people use bikes to get to and from work. We want to protect them. But there's an opportunity here. And, we want people to slow down when they come into the ward and take notice. If there's a new restaurant, we want them to stop. If there's a boutique opening, we want them to park and walk into that boutique. But they have to notice. Too many cars are just zooming by. So it's something that I'd like to discuss with the community further. I think there's some positives. Obviously, there's some negatives. But first and foremost, let's protect those folks that are riding bicycles right now on the street. I think, a person's life is a pretty important thing.
Thank you. Michelle.
As many of us have moved to this area, we come here and we settle down, we look to raise a family. And when that happens, and you have your single family home, you usually have a car. You might have two. There's people on my block that have four. And so we are a car-driven society, at least in this area of the city. I understand there definitely needs to be change along Milwaukee Avenue to make it safer, but I don't believe that taking out 2 lanes of traffic for bike lanes is the way to go about it. We can definitely change the timing of the lights. There's other things that can be done. Maybe for bikes, let's maybe look at Elston Avenue to go ahead and have them go over there and still be able to utilize bike lanes to get up maybe to the Caldwell Woods or get over to the traffic centers that they're trying to get to. But again, it comes down to what the community, the impact that would have to the businesses along there. If we're looking for economic development, that's definitely not the route to go.
John Garrido.
So I live in Gladstone Park, so this project will definitely directly impact my neighborhood and our community. When we heard that one of the possibilities was to remove a lane of traffic from Milwaukee Avenue, we knew immediately that that's something that we didn't want to do in our community, and that we didn't want to wait and sit on the sidelines, because we know and we've learned from the past that once city government comes up and says, here's the project, it's very, very difficult to undo. So I drafted a petition. Myself, together with members of the community and the Gladstone Park Chamber of Commerce, we passed that petition, and we gathered 4,000 signatures from people from the Gladstone Park community and beyond and said, we don't want to remove a lane of traffic. We support the Complete Streets project. Milwaukee Avenue needs it, it's a mess. Absolutely. We want everything that comes with that, the bump outs, the meetings in the center. We want all of that, but we do not want to remove a lane of traffic. And he fought us all the way. Every single time we tried to talk to him about it, he didn't want to sit down, he didn't want to meet. So thankfully, because of our petition, we were successful, and they took out the project of the possibility of protected bike lanes. But on the table is still, unless he's saying now here today, that they are not going to remove a lane of traffic. That would be great.